I mean, like many people can help me just kind of express myself in a way.
I like how you can express yourself.
That I can express myself.
How I can express myself.
Express it in a different way than just talking about it, you know?
My name's Monique, and the reason I enjoy poetry is because you can get lost in the lines and stanzas while still expressing yourself and helping others express themselves.
Hello family and friends, my name is Marlon Lizama of Iconoclast Artists, and I'm joined here by my partner, Dr. Matt Russell, and we want to welcome you tonight to tonight's amazing performance. And I want to start tonight by thanking everybody that has made this year super special. All our community partners, all our schools, all of our students.
As you know, this year has been really a difficult year for all of us, and particularly the students. And we have watched these students show up on Zoom and then begin to come back to class and really begin to express themselves and their own kind of life and lived experience of this year. We are so proud of the way that they have moved in this world, the way that they've lived, and the way that they're reconnecting to each other and to this community. And we think that you're in for a really special treat tonight.
Yes. So we decided to create the celebration of our students' resilience, our students' poetry, their words, their stories. So we decided to create the Cypher, and it's dedicated to our students and definitely to our communities. So ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Iconoclast Artists, the Cypher. Enjoy.
My heart speaks with wild thoughts. Love is like peanut butter and jelly. Forgiveness is when, even if they do you badly, you still forgive. Hope looks like a beautiful day when the sky is as blue as it can be, with butterflies in the air. I found your smile after I gave you my heart. I get how it feels to be alone, but remember the sun still shines, even when it's by itself.
You are the one that makes me feel sweet like strawberries. You're the one that makes me pure like the wind and sky. You're the person I tell how I feel about things. You're the one I think about every day.
I'm the rose that grew from concrete, crumbled and put in his back pocket, left in the dark, yet hears everything. Dropped and eventually stepped on, footprints molded into me, meant to make me stronger on the outside, yet weak on the inside. I'm the rose that grew from concrete, that now has to manipulate her feelings to make him feel loved, while his thorns scar my delicate insides. I am the rose that grew from concrete, who no longer needs him or his validation, or his presence.
I, like a flower in the desert, I had to grow. I had to learn to blossom in the most ruthless of weathers and bitter ways of the world. I had to fight for every drop of water and ray of sunshine. I, like a flower, I am beautiful. I am wilted, made up of exotic shades of just about every color you can imagine. Can you see me? I rise from the ground to expose the world that I navigate through. I take on the world with my skin painted. I am caramel brown. I speak to the world through my Mexican tongue. I will change the world through my vision. I, Mexicana, I am Meritana. I, like a flower, stand proud with my roots of my Mexican colors. I have blossomed. A Mexican-American woman who will take on the world with her head held high.
One of the wonderful things about Iconoclast Artists is our Spanish programming. We are one of the only, if not the only, program in Houston that really concentrates on Spanish-speaking students. In fact, we work with students that have been here 2 years or less. And we're finding just an amazing community of students that are expressing themselves and their lived lives in really incredible ways. Tonight you'll hear one of those students who speaks both her indigenous language, Quiche from Guatemala, and also Spanish. And it's been one of those things in our own programming that has been so special.
Nimpat kwe karu lishyala liling kwang hikarin. Shpanak ho nekeshye chish hunilep. Sho lak utumalah kwang ko arin. Hun kahom hun shyala lil. Ut nimpat kwachikwe karu ling kwahom ut karu ling yala lil. Nanumek nakulmang kakreru chink aning eretal. Chanchanda kwe makana okwe ut kwal angel rahru. Nakwek anak likulul chanchanta kwe katal uting atyochik angelak. Panak ink anin tauru chishunil kwal shikil linakwash taw alru ut kwal kachin lin sumenkil. Ink anat taw mankiru uchishunil chanchan suklem ilnok. Ink achik ninaw karuli nakwah. Ut ink achi ninaw karuli us ut likibru chokwe. Chanchanta kwe naklinkaw shlebal kwan chisak. Mak aning koshla ut ink achik na hultiko kwe. Chanchanta kwe linka ush kwan sa halanil honal ut halanil ruchichoch. Chanchanta kwe nak halanchik nak amok relin am. Ut linka ush. Panak kula intachik. Chanchanta kwe nak halan haan ling musik. Shpanak na shikling musik ut ink achi ni ruchi musik ak. Mak achi kwelik ut ling am.
As you experience this poetry session, we want to remind you that Iconoclast Artists is a nonprofit organization, and our specific goal is to bring arts curriculum as a tool for social and emotional learning to underserved middle school and high school students, as well as those in juvenile detention centers across the greater Houston area. We strive to bring together diverse communities in order to empower this next generation of artists by giving them support and resources, plus a platform to emerge from. We count on support from people like you to ensure that this important work can continue. You can learn more and easily donate by following the link to our website on our Facebook page.
Unfair inequality. Every day I see the fight for others and your own rights and for your justice. In this world, we are judged and judging. We are loved and loving. We are hated. It's our choice whether to hate or not. My city is gone, replaced by something else. From the outside, it looks like the best place, a wonderland filled with hopes and dreams. It's not until you enter that you find the truth. I feel like something's wrong, something gone, like it disappeared. I don't know what though. Envy is a book, the characters that we overlook, all the strength they have to show, only for us not to know.
Every day I see them stare, it makes me want to tear my heart, and it hurts when I try. In this world we are like toys, played with by the strings of our hearts. I feel them stare when my strings get pulled till near the snapping point. My city pity me, no time to chime in on the song of shame. I am tamed to pain in public. When I get whipped, the tip so sharp I cry when I try to escape. When they stare so deep in my eyes, not caring. I feel pain, so sad but no one cares, and it tears my heart slowly with those strings and it stings of the burning flames of hell. But that bell of joy will disappear like blood in a sink. As days pass by, it feels like a gaze of the wandering stars are hazing over the falling wishes of this blanket of white. This blanket of white people call as an Arctic. Do not frantic, for 'tis this plain land will once be a bliss of a beauty wonderland of white, to have joy, but as bitter as soy. It may not last long to obey our wishes of their stay, but we swear to yearn for their return.
She is the rose that grew from concrete that lost part of herself while trying to forgive and forget you. She lost herself in the guilt and the happy memories, but still couldn't forget their worst moments together. The warmth and happiness that surrounded her while with you suddenly snatched from her hand, and she was left to carry the weight of his burdens and her childhood. She was the rose that grew from concrete that had to fight for that little childhood until she realized she doesn't need those memories of happiness and hurt to just be guilt to her. Instead, she turned them into anger towards anyone like him and motivation to rise above him and be the adult even as a child. She used that and worked to earn herself a spot in inner self-love. She is the rose that grew from concrete that got over her guilt and rose above you.
My hands, they are calloused and tarnished. Sometimes it makes it seem like I was struggling. Am I? Every day I usually play my piano, type on the keyboard, or draw. I feel like in a way they let me express and show what I'm feeling. I want to be important. This is why I draw with these hands. My hands would have stopped, but there's too many thoughts that scare me. I don't want to be a ghost. I want to be remembered. I want to be acknowledged for who I am. My hands learn to cope with my thoughts. Too compacted or too simple, it seems. My hands let it go, these thoughts. They feel so foreboding to me, only to have to let go of them the next day.
Dear me, you are just getting started with life. Enjoy all the free time you have with your family whilst it lasts, because up ahead, there is a road filled with obstacles. Though I know, through all of the sweat and grime, you'll get through it. Maybe the obstacle has been revamped since the first time I saw it, and may even be more difficult to go through. But I know as a fact that you are going to make a value out of that obstacle. You will learn, and once you've finished and ready to take a break and fly, you'll realize that all of that wasn't so hard after all.
Hey, I'm Zach Blunt. I'm a teaching fellow with Iconoclast Artists. I get to work with these young people all year long. I have the pleasure and the privilege to do that, and this year has been really difficult for them. So we really appreciate you for tuning in and watching this happen and celebrating what our students have accomplished this year.
If you're at all able to make a donation to support our students and ensure that this next generation of artists can continue conversations like this, please follow the link to our Iconoclast Artists website. While you're there, you can learn more about how your donation will specifically impact and empower our students in their ability to better control their own futures.